Lately I've been going down a bit of a rabbit hole trying to understand something. Do those bacteria products actually help reduce sludge in a pond? Because I've used them myself, and I do think they make a difference. I couldn't quite explain why, and when I contact brands, they give me conflicting answers. Just keep adding it, they say. But if we add bacteria, and bacteria process waste, that means they have a food source, and shouldn't they just be self-sustaining so long as the food source remains? So I started digging deeper. But first, if you don't already know me, my name is Kev, and I help people build and maintain their ponds without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, feel free to subscribe and visit my website, Ozponds.com. So over the last few weeks, I've been trying to understand what's really going on inside a pond when it comes to waste, sludge buildup, biofilms, and dissolved organic materials. And more importantly, what actually breaks that stuff down. What I've found is, it's not just bacteria, there's actually a whole chain of processes that are happening. In a pond, waste gets broken down in 3 stages. First we have the physical breakdown, and that's done by small organisms. They shred the waste down into smaller pieces. Next we have the chemical breakdown, and this is done by enzymes. These are produced by microbes, and they act like tiny little tools. They break complex organic material down into simpler compounds, and different strains produce different types of enzymes and at different rates. And lastly, we have the biological consumption, and this is done by the bacteria. They consume what's been broken down and they complete the process. But what confused me was this. If the pond already have bacteria, microorganisms, naturally producing enzymes, fungi, etc., why does adding bacteria products seem to make a difference? Again, if there is a food source, shouldn't these consumers reproduce to consume the abundance of food? But then of course I realised it's not just about having microorganisms, bacteria or enzymes. It's about how fast the waste is being broken down and how fast it's accumulating. So when you add these products, you're adding enzymes directly, or you're at least boosting the microbial populations that are producing enzymes, and therefore you're boosting the breakdown speed and you're making waste easier for bacteria to process. So instead of sludge slowly building up, it gets broken down faster before it accumulates. And that's why you might see less build-up of sludge and less dissolved organic indicators like foam and surface film. So like I mentioned, your pond already produces enzymes naturally. It produces them from bacteria, fungi and plant roots, but that process is slow and localised. When you add these products, you're increasing that activity across the whole pond instantly. Now in saying that, these processes are also sped up and decrease naturally depending on environmental conditions like the warmth of the water, the right water chemistry, the availability of a food source and oxygen. I've always noticed that my ponds look their cleanest in the summer. My guess is this is the combination of the boost in bacterial activity, more plant growth, and of course me interacting more with the ponds. Swimming around or picking up a net exports the waste out of the pond or into the filters where I can easily remove it. I also started thinking about oxidation, because that's another way organic waste gets broken down. Oxidation uses oxygen, it breaks down organics chemically, and it can be fast and aggressive if you use oxidizers. Whereas the enzymes are biological, they're more targeted, they work alongside bacteria, and they're slower acting. So you've got 2 different pathways. You've got the biological breakdown with enzymes and bacteria, or you can have a chemical breakdown with oxidizers. I've looked at oxidizers in the past, so if you want to learn more about that, I'll put a link in the description. Right now my thinking is this. In a well-designed pond system, the system already works, but increasing enzyme and bacteria activity seems to speed everything up, especially when it comes to the build-up of sludge and organics. I'm still very much down the rabbit hole, and I've tried to keep this really simple, but I'm really curious about it, and if you've experimented with these products, or if you understand the science behind this, I'd love to hear from you, and let's start a discussion in the comments. And if there's anyone out there working in this space, microbiology, enzymes, water treatments, I'd actually be really interested in collaborating on something specific for natural style ponds, something easy to use and affordable for the broader Ozponds community. At the end of the day though, the system still comes first. We need a home for bacteria and organisms inside our ponds and filters, and we still need to export waste. I'm all about cost-effective and low-maintenance solutions, so understanding how this part works could make ponds even easier to maintain. And if you'd like to learn more about my approach to low-maintenance pond systems on a budget, visit the Ozponds website. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, you might like to watch the video on ozone next. Thanks for watching. See ya. And don't forget to tickle the thumbs up button.